41. Can you pull in the labyrinth with a fish hook, or tie down his tongue with a rope? Can you put a cord through his nose, or pierce his jaw with a hook? Will he keep begging you for mercy? Will he speak to you with gentle words? Will he make an agreement with you for you to take him as your slave for life? Can you make a pet of him like a bird, or put him on a leash for young girls? Where traders barter for him, where they divide him up among the merchants? Can you fill his hide with harpoons, or his head with fishing spears? If you lay a hand on him, you will remember the struggle and never do it again. Any hope of subduing he is false. The mere sight of him is overpowering. No one is fierce enough to rouse him. Who then is able to stand against me? Who has come against me that I must pay? Everything under heaven belongs to me. I will not fall to speak of my limbs, his strength and his graceful forms. Who can strip off his outer coat? Who would approach him with a breather? Who dares open the doors of his mouth, ringed about his imperishable teeth? His back has rows of shields, tightly sealed together, each so close to the next that no air can pass between. Then are joined fast to another. They cling together and cannot be parted. His snorting drews out a flash of light. His eyes are like the rays of dawn. Fire breaths stream from his mouth. Sparks of fire shoot out. Smoke pours from his nostrils as from a boiling pot over a fire of nails. His breath sets coals of ablaze, and flames dart from his mouth. Strength resides in his neck. Dismay goes before him. The folds of his flesh are tightly joined. They are firm and immovable. His chest is hard as rock, hard as a lower millstone. When he rises up, a mighty are terrified. They retreat before his threshing. The sword that reaches him has no effect, nor does the spear of the dart of the javelin. Iron he treats like straw, and bronze like rotten wood. Arrows do not make his fling. Slashstone are like a chop to him. A club seems to him but a piece of straw. He laughs at the riding of the lance. His undersides are jagged postures, leaving a trail in the mud like a threshing field. He makes the depth churn like a boiling cauldron, and stares up the sea like a pot of boiling. Behind him he leaves a glassing wake. One would think the deep had a white hair. Nothing on earth is his equal, and creature without fear. He looks down on all that are haughty. He is king over all that are proud. 42. Then Job replied to the Lord, I know that you can do all things, and no plan of yours can be threatened. You ask, who is this that obscures my counsel without knowledge? Surely I spoke of these things I did not understand, things too wonderful for me to know. You said, listen now, I will speak. I will question you, and you shall answer me. My ears have heard of you, but now my eyes have seen you. Therefore I despise myself and repent in dust and ashes. After the Lord had said these things to Job, he said to Eliphaz and Teman, I am angry with you and your two brothers, because you have not spoken to me what is right, as my servant Job said. So now take 7 bulls of 7 rams, and go up to my servant Job, and sacrifice a burnt offering for you. And I will accept his prayers, and not deal with you according to your folly. You have not spoken to me what is right, as my servant Job says. So Eliphaz determined to build an Shavut, and Job's unnatural did not want Lord of them, and the Lord accepted Job's prayer. After Job had prayed for his friends, the Lord made him prosper again, and gave him twice as much as he had before. All his brothers and sisters had everyone who is brother and known him before he came and ate with him in his house. They comforted and consoled him over all the trouble of the Lord and brought upon him, and each one gave him a piece of silver and gold rings. The Lord blessed the latter part of Job's life more than the first. He had 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, 1,000 yoke of oxen, and 1,000 donkeys. And he also had 7 sons and 3 daughters. The first daughter he named Jemiah, the second Kersa, and the third Jemahapus. No, Nowhere in all the land were there found a woman as beautiful as Job's daughter. And their father granted them an inheritance along their brothers. After this, Job lived 140 years. He saw his children and their children to the fourth generation, and so he died, old and full of age.